Let's talk about the Grasshopper interface. At this time I have Rhino 8 that is open, and to access Grasshopper I can click on this icon. Alternatively, you can launch Grasshopper by going under Tools and click on Grasshopper. You could also type in the command and press Enter. So this will launch Grasshopper and it will open as a window. Now, a lot of people prefer using two monitors, and you can set Grasshopper on one monitor and keep this Rhino window on the other monitor. For the purpose of this video, I will just keep the top view open, and I will keep this window floating above. Now, the first thing you notice when you open Grasshopper is that you have red boxes and green boxes. So in this case, the green boxes are the name of the files that I have created, that I worked on, that I can open. So this allows you to open the recently accessed files that you have worked on. Now some of them are red because they are missing, meaning that the file has been moved, and so Grasshopper does not know where this file is, so it is unable to open the file that you worked on more recently. And you can see there is also a date posted on each of these boxes. So if it's red, don't worry about it, it just means the file has been moved. It might have been deleted as well, but if you wanted to find that file, you can go under File, and you can open the document. You can also create a new document by clicking on Ctrl N. Another way to do the same thing, to get started on a new file, would be to simply click on one of these components. So this leads me to talk about the different panels. You can see here you have the params, which is the parameter panel, and next to it you have math, you have set. So these are different panels that allow you to access some of the components you would use to create what we refer to as a definition. Now, if I take one of these components and I just click and hold, so I'm using the left click, holding on to the left click, and if I let go, you will see it drops the selected component onto what's called a canvas. Now, another way you could do the same thing would be by clicking on the component, and then you can see the icon has changed. I can click on the canvas, and it adds the component to the canvas. So that's essentially how the interface works. You have components, they need to be added to your workspace, but the workspace is called a canvas. And as you add components onto the canvas, you can connect them by clicking on the end and clicking on the end of the other component. We will talk about how they work together in the next video, but for now this is essentially how you work with components in Grasshopper. So the interface is really simple. You have panels, they contain components, and you can add the components onto the canvas to create your definition. Now, if you want more detail about a specific component, you can double click on any of the components and it will give you additional information on what the component is used for. It will give you a hint on how you can utilize each one of the components. In the next video, we will talk about how the components work together to create a definition. But for now, this concludes this video on the Grasshopper interface.